So with the Smith Maneuver, how did it come about? Like, if you give a little bit of a backstory.
Sure. So I didn't invent the strategy. I didn't write the books. I'm a Smith Manoeuvre certified mortgage broker. I've worked with the strategy for about 8 years, and about 4 years in, I met a guy named Robinson Smith. And he was actually presenting on stage for a real estate investing group I knew, and he had another mortgage broker with him. And I got very upset very quickly. But I listened to what he said, and I had kind of a holy cow moment. There's more to this than the more basic implementation. So I connected with him. Turns out he's the author of Master Your Mortgage for Financial Freedom, which is the second Smith Manoeuvre book. His father, and so Robinson's a financial planner. He sold his practice a couple of years ago. But his father, Fraser Smith, actually wrote a book in the early 2000s. And the examples in the book use 7% interest rates, just to give you an idea of when this strategy was created, what the world was like. 7% interest. But he wrote a book called Is Your Mortgage Tax Deductible to Smith Manoeuvre? So I mix up the titles. And it was written in the early 2000s, and it outlines the strategy. About 10 years before that, as a planner and an advisor, he was advising his clients on the strategy, actually using a local credit union in BC. And it has evolved over time as the products have evolved, multiple books have been written, and has become more popular. The strategy's grown and kind of expanded. And I think the need for it has also increased. I don't want to say anything about generations in a bad way, but I personally believe that people that worked in the 80s had a better future than people who work today. And I'll use an example. My dad worked at Overweighty when I was a little kid. He was a grocery manager. And by that, I mean, he put vegetables at night on the stands. He made $27.50 an hour, plus benefits, plus a pension. And this was in the early 90s. I don't know many people who put groceries on, fruit and vegetables on the stands that get $20 an hour these days. So let alone a pension and benefits and all that stuff. So I think it's important that we start doing things differently than our parents did, because otherwise we're going to have a very, very different outcome.